What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my June completed pages. It's not a lot. I think I did only 21 pages because a lot happened in the month of June, which I would tell you guys as I go throughout the video. So first we're going to start with my non-Hatchet Hero books. I have Stained Glass Mosaics. This is one of the books that I got in my big birthday haul, and I think I ended up doing page 40. Yeah, so I did page 40 in this one. I did also make a color with me on this page, which should be posted soon if it's not already. And with this one I used my Ohuhu alcohol markers, and I put a little bit of shimmer on the pumpkins. I'm not sure if the camera's gonna catch it because I cannot see what you guys are seeing since I'm sitting down. But this one is fun. I love doing these with alcohol markers. They're very quick to do and very relaxing. So definitely excited to do more of these kinds of books with alcohol markers specifically. Next I have Stained Glass Mosaics, which is also another book that was in my big birthday haul. And I think I also did page 40 in this one. Yes. So I did this one with the cute little, not bumblebees, honeybees, I guess? I mean, whichever kind of bee, the ones that make honey. At first I thought this was a doghouse when it was not colored. I didn't know it was a beehive, and I ended up putting little bits of glitter or shimmer on the bees for this one and on some of the flowers. This is another book that's in my big birthday haul. I really love these books. I bought a few of them that are in my haul. I like how detailed they are, but the fact that they're also colored by number. My thing is though, I was trying to use my Rosy Ning gel pens on here because I have so many different colors and I wanted to give it a shot. I don't recommend using gel pens in this kind of book with this kind of paper. It is not the best. It's the crappy Amazon paper and it is not good for gel pens. So I learned my lesson, but this is the page that I ended up doing. Once I was getting towards the end, I was getting a little frustrated with how the gel pen was reacting to the crappy paper. So I ended up doing parts of it with alcohol marker, and this is the bleed through so you can tell which parts are alcohol marker. Everything else was gel pen though. I do like how vibrant and colorful the page came out. I just had a different idea of how I think, or how I thought it was going to look towards the end. I'm gonna attempt to use gel pen again, but I'm gonna try to maybe gesso one of these pages. Hopefully it takes the gesso well. I have no idea. I have not done it yet as of filming this video, so I'll keep you guys posted. It'll definitely be in my July completed pages. I'm hoping it works out. But overall, I love these books. They're so detailed, and the images, from what I can tell, look like they're going to be really vibrant. So I'm excited to do more in these kind of books. Next is the Color by Number Tranquil Vistas dot art. This is my first ever Color by Number dot book, and also attempting to do the dot type of artwork. I was a bit hesitant. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not. Oh, this is also another book that was in my big birthday haul. But when I saw the back of it, I like how detailed these images are, and the fact that they're just dots just blew my mind. The page I ended up doing, I think, was also page 40. Yeah, so here's the page that I ended up doing. And let's see what the bleed through looks like. This is what the bleed through looks like. So these are really fun. Like I mentioned in an earlier one, I love doing these books with alcohol markers. It's so relaxing. They're really quick. I feel like I'll probably get these books done really quickly as well, which is going to be a little sad if I complete these too fast, but that's how I am. If I like something, I end up doing it too much and I have to take a chill pill sometimes. This is another book that is in my birthday haul, which is Color by Number Stained Glass Flowers by Senov. And I think I also did page 40 in this one. Ta-da! Look how pretty. I was a bit annoyed that the actual rose wasn't like a red rose. For this one, it was mainly Ohuhu alcohol markers. I did put a bit of glitter on some parts. I'm not sure if the camera's gonna catch it if I move it around. And then some areas on the flower petals, I used some color pencils just to give it a little bit of depth. But overall, I had fun with this one. My only con with this page specifically is I wish the flower or the rose was red. Not really liking how or what colors they picked for the rose itself. If I really want to change it though, I can just use acrylic markers to color over it and make it look red. But for now, I'm just gonna let it be. Now we're gonna get into my Hatchet Hero books, which I have my notebook here that I use to keep track of every Hatchet Hero page that I do. Before we go into that, let me just give you a little bit of story time. So the main reason why I did not color that many pages for this month is because I was in the process of getting all of my stuff coming in for my big birthday haul video. And when everything came in, like when all the books came in, I pretty much just sold a little under 400 pages within the month of June. And I also filmed most likely 50 videos that are going to be posted throughout the year. So I did that, which again took up a lot of time in June. Filming the video for my birthday haul as well. And then something else that happened in June was that we had a really bad thunderstorm that led to tornadoes popping up in areas in Illinois. And I lost power for about almost 3 days. It was like a little over 2.5 days. Didn't have internet for about 3 to 4 days, so that was happening. One of the pages I'm going to show you, I was actually coloring during the blackout during that storm. But yeah, that's why I didn't get much done in June, because so much was happening for me in June. But I'm hoping to have a lot more pages done in July. Now let me show you my Hatchet Hero pages. So in Bestiary, I did page 8, and I don't remember who that is. Oh, it was Ariel! Ariel and Flounder. I don't remember what I used. Let me grab my notes if you guys want to see my color codes. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, but I do have a TikTok where I do post a lot of quick videos of when I do these pages, showing my color codes and all that stuff. But in here, I use Guana acrylic markers, the brush tip ones, Posca, and Languo is what was used with this page. I just love a matte look to artwork. In Girl Power, I think I did page 71. Aha! Here we go. Oh no, she's a little damaged. There's like black bits in here. Oh well, that's fine. This solution, by the way, was very, very dark. Let me show you guys what it originally looks like. What page is this? 71? It's hella dark, and I'm like, I am not gonna pick super dark colors for this page. I'll try to zoom in, but look how dark that is. That is so dark. Look at that, and look at mine. Look at that, and then look at mine. At first, before I saw the finished result, I wasn't feeling it. There's just some things that looked weird, and I will say the color coding for the hair here, the highlight in the hair, it didn't look right because they were asking me to make it the same color as her face, and that did not look right to me. So I ended up switching that up, which was this number 6, which was that color. And once I switched that up, it all came together. And I also like that I didn't make it super dark. Before I completed this page, in the back of my mind, I started thinking like, I have a feeling this is gonna be one of my most hated pages, because it just wasn't looking right, because a lot of the colors they were asking for was like the same as her face, and I'm like, it's not looking right to me. But I think as soon as I changed just that part of her hair, it all fit together, and now I really like how it turned out. Then I colored in Grand Classics in Literature. I did page 10 for this one. Oh, now I remember. So this one, I don't know if I have a picture from before. So it looked great before I varnished it. Then I went to go varnish it, and I was trying to use my brush on varnish, and the Posca ended up smearing, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not even gonna bother fixing it. The page looked really good before varnishing, but when I did the brush on varnish, it just, I don't know why Posca does this. And it's the black Posca. That's the only thing that's smeared on here. What did I use on this one? I used Bosca for the black and Guana for the majority of it. The only thing that was grabby was number 2 and number 0. But the Bosca black smeared when I used the brush on varnish. It doesn't smear when I do the spray on and I brush the spray on. Does that make sense? Let me show you what I mean. This is the spray on varnish that I use, but sometimes when I spray this on, you can see the speckles of the liquid when it dries, and I don't like that. So what I started to do, also depending on what medium I use on the page, if it's a medium that I know is not going to smear with this, then I use this method. So I would spray it on, have a brush, and then brush this varnish so that it'll have a straight matte look to it. If I were to just spray it on and let it dry like that, you'll see like the speckles of the varnish. Hopefully that makes sense. I have videos on my TikTok showing this and all that stuff if you guys want to have more of a visual. But I did not do that with this page because I was like, let me try the actual brush on varnish, which is this. It's a liquidy brush on matte varnish. Not something you can spray. You literally have to use your brush for this. So I'm like, let me try this one on this page. Why not? And then the fucking Bosca decided to smear. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to fix it. We're just gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. I'm glad I have a before of it so I know what it looked like before, but that's what happened. So beware of your Bosca and the varnish you use, okay? Bosca does not smear when I use this, but it does when I use this. I don't know why. Something with chemicals. Next I have the Villains book. I think I did 2 pages in this one. I did page 40, which I think was Jafar. Oh yeah. So this is the Jafar page. This is the page I was doing during the blackout, during that storm with the tornadoes and all that stuff, when I didn't have light or power for like 2 to 3 days. I was coloring, because what else am I going to do? I was coloring under super dim light, which was kind of crappy for my eyeballs. But this is the page that I did during that storm. Now I have a story to go with this page every time I look at it. What I used with this one, oh, I used a lot. I used a lot of stuff with this one. So I used Bosca, Guana, Just Art. Just Art was, I think, the glittery, yeah, Just Art acrylic markers was the glittery stuff. So like the background, the flames, is the Just Art acrylic markers. Grabby, I also used Grabby on here. Don't know what I used it for, but I did use Grabby acrylic markers. And Infiart, that's the I. Infiart? What did I use for Infiart? And then the L is Languo. Oh, Infiart was the 4. Number 4 was Infiart. So the little blue stuff in his eyeballs. That's what it was. But yeah, that's the story with this one. This was done during a storm under super dim light. Overall though, I like how it came out. The only thing I wish I would change is maybe not have the background, like the flames, all be glittery flames. Like maybe if I did the darker orange red into just a regular matte acrylic marker instead of having it be glitter, I feel like that probably would have made it pop more. But other than that, I like how it came out. I think it came out pretty good considering I colored this during a storm and a blackout. The next page I did in here though, I really, really love. And I have not varnished it because I'm super scared. It's Scar. So pretty. I love this one. These are neon colors. I don't think I can show you guys because it's still bright out right now. But some of these colors glow under black light. I will try to put a clip of the TikTok video revealing the page showing the black light. But I really love how this one came out. I used neon colors. I used metallic colors. So I used Bosca for the black. And F is Fly-C. So I used the Fly-C extra fine acrylic tip markers. TA, that's Tule Art. Tule Art was mainly the neon colors that I used here. Fly-C was the metallic ones, which is the outline on Scar's hair, and then the blue parts right here. This blue is very beautiful. It's like a royal deep blue. So pretty to look at. And then I use Guana for the bigger chunks of color, like his fur and all that stuff here. But I am so happy with how this page came out. I'm really scared to varnish it because the metallic colors I know for a fact do smear. Whether I use the brush or my spray on varnish, they smear regardless. So I am waiting to see if I can find a different type of spray on, maybe one of the aerosol ones, so that I can varnish this one. But for now I'm just leaving it unvarnished. I just love how it came out though. This was fun to do. In Grand Classics Special Debut Volume 2, I did page 40, which is this one. So for this one, I was trying to find a page where I can use the set of Woomer acrylic markers that Woomer was so kind enough to send me to use and review. I think I have a video already on my channel reviewing the markers and going through this page specifically. But that's what was mainly used on the page, was the Woomer acrylic markers. They're white, by the way. It's pretty opaque. And the viscosity, is that the word? Is, for me, it felt a little thick when I was using it, which I don't mind. I was kind of shocked when I first started using the white. Highly recommend trying those markers out. I do have a code in the description that gives you 10% off on their website for all your art supplies that you get on their website, so check them out when you can. But yeah, I would say 80% of the colors that were used on here were Woomer. So all the ones here that look like thick brush strokes, that was Woomer acrylic markers. And then I used Posca for parts of the black. Some of these were Guana, very few. And then some of them were also Grabby, more like the line work on these figures was the Grabby, because they're the extra fine tip ones. I did change some things with this one. The color on the bird, like on their, I was gonna say their feathers, their wings here, this yellowy brown color was originally the same color as her skin. I think the darker part of her skin. And I was like, that does not make any sense to my eyeballs. So I just totally changed the color of the bird, which was the number 5. So this one, this lighter color, was originally supposed to be what was going to be on the bird. Did not make sense to my eyeballs. I chose a different darker color for the bird, and I think that makes a lot more sense. That fits to me. Next, I colored a page in the Pixar book, which I think I have a color with me out on this page already, where I kind of experimented changing the color codes altogether because it was a Cars page, and I hate coloring Cars pages because they're so boring. So this is my page. This is what it looks like. And then the solution, let me show you what it's supposed to look like. It does not look anything like what I colored, because what my idea was, let's make this card page interesting and totally change the colors it's asking for into neon, and that's what I did. There should be a video, like a short, floating around on the channel with showing, like, revealing this page for you guys to see. But I really like how this one came out. It just made coloring a Cars page fun for me, or tolerable, because like I mentioned earlier, I just find them boring, like the Cars pages, and I kind of wish these books just didn't have them in there. If anything, replace them with, I don't know, Nightmare Before Christmas pages, or Tarzan. Tarzan is nowhere to be found in these books, probably because of legal reasons, but yeah, I just try to make it more tolerable for me to color a Cars page. And I did have fun with it, I will say. Next, I did a double in this one, so that's 2 pages, page 39 and 40. Ta-da! Oh, I forgot. This is one of those pages that kind of smeared a little bit. I'll see if I have a before picture. If not, then you'll just have to clean it up with your imagination. So with this one, I used the brush on varnish. The only thing that smeared was the glittery black on here. And this page is going to be in a video where I review the Fly Sea acrylic markers. I'm trying to do a review video on those markers specifically, so I wanted to find and pick a page where I could just use 100% Fly Sea markers, and that is this page. All of the colors on here are all from Fly Sea. For me to really get into testing out how the markers are, the color variety. Speaking of variety, I did have trouble with the browns. They didn't have enough hues for the browns or tones for the browns, so I had to kind of go into the oranges with this part, like the highlight part. Is that Bambi's girlfriend? I think so. I don't know her name, but of her. Had to do that to make it work. It doesn't look that awkward, I don't think, so it works out. But yeah, for the varnishing, I did my brush on varnish first, because I did do tests beforehand, and I didn't have any issues with the tests. My thing is though, not all of the glittery acrylic markers for Fly C smeared, so I thought it was weird that it was just the black one, but most colors of each acrylic marker has a different formulation because of the pigment that's used. And for whatever reason, I just thought, well, the black one should be safe, because if none of these other colors smear, then why would the black one smear? But I was wrong. I don't know if I'm gonna fix it at some point. Maybe. It's not too bad to not try to fix it, so we'll see. But yeah, so for the brush on varnish, nothing else smeared. Not even like the yellow glittery Fly C marker, or the blue. The blue is also a glittery Fly C marker. That did not smear. The only thing that did smear was the black, which is these swirls right there. This part is the only thing that smeared. And when I saw it smearing with the brush on varnish, I'm like, oh shit, let me use the spray on to see if I could save it. It didn't really save it. It was kind of too late at that point. So I think eventually I'm gonna try to clean it up. Overall, I'm pretty happy how it came out using 100% Fly C markers with this. I will give more details on those markers once that review video comes out. But first I just wanted to try to use or find a page to just use 100% Fly C markers. And this is the one that's gonna be in that video. Next I did page 8 for the Scooby-Doo book, which is this one. Really vibrant. Most of the colors in this one, I think, were Woomer. Yeah, they were Woomer. Woomer's numbering system, they have letters on their markers numbering system. So most of those are Woomers. The ones that don't have letters were Guana. So number 7, number 8 is Guana. GR, that was Grabby. For, I'm assuming her lips. Yeah, those her lips. And yeah, the only thing that I had trouble with was the sand right here. I was using a Guana, this color, and I think it dried out, or maybe it's used up, which I'm not sure how, because I feel like I barely use some of my Guana now, since I have all these different types of mediums like gel pens, acrylic gel pens, other types of acrylic markers. So I was kind of surprised that it felt like it was running out. And when I looked at the ink barrel, I don't know if I could find it. Yeah, it's this one. There's like no, I don't think you guys will be able to see it, but I don't think there's any ink left in the barrel. And I'm like, how? I feel like I barely use this one. Unless this was one of the ones I used in an old Looney Tunes page that required, like, the majority of the page was just this one color. But still, I feel like with one of these markers, you should definitely get more use out of it than one page. So I'm thinking maybe it just, I don't know, maybe the ink dried out or something. So that's what was happening while I was coloring this page, and I'm like, shit, well, what else can I use that looks pretty similar to sand, but not too close to Fred's hair? And I got this color from the Woomer acrylic marker set, and I just stuck with using that one instead. I think it came out pretty good. It does look like a more sandy color. I was just kind of worried that it'd be too close of a yellow to Fred's hair, but I don't think it is. I think it looks fine. And then in Grand Classics Volume 11, I think I did five pages in this one. Yeah, because 2 of them were doubles. So I did 2 doubles in this book. So that's 4 pages and then 1 single. So 5 in total. I did page 40, which was this one. Oh no, her hair is scratching. Oh, that's so annoying. So her hair, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to tell. I'll try to zoom in. But her hair was the Languo gel pens. Oh, I don't know where this came from. There's like dirty black stuff on her. I have no idea where that came from though. Looks kind of dusty. So for this one I use Posca for the black. All these thick smudges here, those are brush tip markers, so that's all Guana. And then everything else, I used Grabby, the ones that say GR, so A and B is Grabby. And then for her hair was the Languo, the 0.7 millimeter gel pens. So they're not acrylic gel pens, they're just regular gel pens. But the issue with those is that they get, I don't know, scratchy or something. Something weird happens to them if you like brush onto it or if something brushes onto it. So that's why her hair looks all weird like that. That is not what it looked like when it was completed. And I have no idea how to avoid that. Oh, and there's staining apparently because it got on this side of the paper. Even though she was completely dry before I closed it. So that's annoying. That kind of worries me about doing this page eventually. Because this one is Bolt and he's white. So hopefully she doesn't smear him. But we'll get to that bridge when we cross it. And then I also did the very annoying Encanto pages. So this double, page 1 and 2. This one was very annoying to do. What did I use for this one? I used my Guana acrylic gel pens, Posca, Languo, Infiart, and Grabby for these. Look at this color code. This is crazy. But this is, I think, by far the most annoying page that I've done so far in my coloring journey. This is the most annoying to do. This one was kind of, at some point, I think like 11 hours in, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I was already 11 hours in and I'm like, I have to finish it. We have to. I can't not finish a page and go on to another one. I have to finish a color by number page that I'm working on before I go to another one, because I personally find it annoying not finishing something and starting something new and then having to put all the stuff away that I had already picked out for this page just to start another page. Yeah, I can't do that. I have to go in order. I pushed myself really hard to finish this, and overall I liked how it came out. At first I thought mine looks a little too pastel-y, but when I showed my friend this picture, because I was complaining to him when we were playing video games about this picture, and he was like, oh cool, that looks like the house on the poster. I've never seen the movie, by the way, so I didn't know what he was talking about. And then he put a picture of the movie poster of the house, and I'm like, oh wow, my colors are actually pretty dang close to what the movie represented it as versus what the solution looks like. I think the solution looks really, well, not really dark, but it looks a lot darker. Yeah, so this is what the solution looks like, and mine looks pretty pastel-y compared to it. Well, at least most colors. But I thought it was pretty cool how close it was to what it looked like on the poster. Very annoying to do. Really glad I'm done with it though. And then the last one I did was this one. I literally, as I'm recording, I literally finished this today in the morning as of recording this. Really love how this one came out. For whatever reason, this page was on my mind for the last few days, and I'm like, you know what, let me just do the Aladdin page. I've been thinking about it. Let's just do it for the end, before the end of June. Since it was a double, I'm like, oh crap, am I gonna finish it before the end of June? Because I started it on June 28th, and usually doubles, depending on how detailed they are, can take me 2 to 3 days. I managed to get this one done in like a day and a half, and it was only 50 colors. So it's a more, I guess, on the easier side when it comes to how many colors you're being asked to use. Some doubles go in like 80 colors, close to 100. Yeah, they can be a little stressful, but this one was actually pretty fun to do. One thing I do want to note, oh, is this a scratch? What? How did that happen? No, I literally finished this today and there's a scratch. It's fine, we're gonna leave it. What was I saying? One thing that I switched was his pants. I didn't switch his pants. I mean, the color on his pants, this part, because I was mainly using my Fleicy and I could not find the right tone for this darker part of his pants. So I was like, let me just go into my Guana brush tip markers. So this color is this one. I can't really show what it used to be because I colored over the swatch also. But if you have the Flicy markers, it was number 480. So if you have it, you can look at it to see what it looked like. I want to say it was similar to the color of this patch, just slightly lighter, and it just didn't look right to me. I'll show you what the solution is supposed to look like, but it's definitely not supposed to be that dark. Like, that part of his pants is not supposed to be that dark. Here we go. So you see his pants? Yeah, they're not supposed to be as dark as I originally had them. I don't know if I have a before. No, I don't. I didn't take a before picture of it. But that's what the solution looks like. And then this is what mine came out to look like. I really like how vibrant this one came out looking. And I wanted to add bits of gold, and I thought the best place to put it was in these little bulby parts of the building. I don't know if my camera's gonna catch it very well, but this one was fun to do. Hopefully nothing else happens to it. I have no idea how this scratch even happened to it. That's not a smear, this is literally a scratch, and I don't know how. But I think that is it. This was the last page that I ended, well, pages, because it's 2 pages, that I ended up coloring in June. And now we're gonna go on to July pages that I'm gonna be coloring. July is my birthday month, so I think I'm gonna try to focus on doing like super colorful pages, or pages that I really, really like and really want to do. Granted, I already have pages randomly selected in all of my books, so I just have to go through all of my books and see which of the randomly selected pages I'm more drawn to doing at that time. That's what I'm gonna focus on for July, but I'm hoping that nothing happens in July that prevents me from coloring or anything like that, because like I said, so much things happened in June. So I'm hoping for July I will be back on track to do more pages. I feel like my typical pages that I end up doing for the month are about, I want to say 25 to 30. June, I think I just did 21 or 22. And I'll be honest, I tried to do the alcohol marker pages in between the Hatchet Hero books just to have more to show you guys. Otherwise, I think I probably would have had like 6 pages for June, and I'm like, I need to do more. I need to show more. Let me color this while I'm coloring this. So I was like coloring 2 different books at the same time almost. Let me know in the comments which page was your favorite. And if you've done any of those pages yet, did you do the Encanto page? Did you also hate it as much as I did while you were coloring it? Because it was a pain in the butt, I will say. But I'm glad that it's done. At first I thought this was also in the bigger Hatchet Hero book. And I'm like, let me check it, because I hate doing doubles in these books since there's a split. Working around and in that split is so annoying. It is not, unfortunately, in the bigger Hatchet Hero books. I was like, shit, now I have to do it in this one. But I'm glad it's done. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys have done any of the pages that I've done, what you thought about it during your own process, and if you had any favorites of the ones that I've showed you in this June completed pages video. And if you stuck to this part of the video, leave the monkey emoji, since we have a Pooh here with his booger bubble. Well, actually his saliva bubble is what's coming out. It's coming out of his mouth. But leave the monkey emoji in the comments if you stuck to this part of the video. That way I know, and I very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like the videos. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!